Hi everyone, so this is the Waterdrop M1 Countertop Reverse Osmosis Water Dispenser. Bit of a mouthful, but it's a countertop which does not have to be connected to your mains. This version has the heating function, so it can boil to 100 degrees. It can make coffee 85 degrees, and it can be used for milk formula, so around 35 degrees I think it is. It also can hold temperature of water, so it can keep warm, and it can also pre-boil and then hold the water at a certain temperature. Setup is not so straightforward, so I'll guide you through it. The first part here is the installation of the actual cartridge. So you put it in and you just turn it clockwise. Then you power on and you fill the back up with water. There's also an instruction guide on the underneath. Okay, and then as you can see, the water starts to fill from below. So the jug itself, from underneath, it starts to push the water up through. And you'll see that the water can half fill or fully fill, and there you'll see that the jug is now full. So you take the jug off, empty it, and put it back on, and it will restart. As you can see, the percentage is how complete it is. So it's just reached roughly 60% complete. However, it's run out of water in the back dispenser, so turn it around. You can see it's at the bottom there. It's not fully empty because it actually creates wastewater. And because it's a countertop, it doesn't have any way to put the waste other than retaining it in the container. So the water inside has water which you need to throw away, and then you fill up, and it replaces the water in the container. So once it's full up to a certain level, then it will restart. So as you can see there, it's around 60%. Oh, and actually the pot's full again, so you just replace it, put it back on, and it carries on. So once it reaches 100%, then it's complete. So you can see there's a whole series of filling of the pots. You have to empty and put it back in, empty and put it back in, depending on its cycle. So basically it's creating water, flushing the water itself. So how long is it going to take to fill a full jug of water? So let's time it here. So I've just kick-started it, press the blue button and press play. And there we go, 1 minute elapsed, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, and just gone on. So basically under 7 minutes is for a full jug. Okay, and then it does a flush. And as you can see, you've got a full jug there. Okay, so I have a total dissolved solids meter, so TDS, and I want to see what is the different water quality from tap water, which is what we'll test first. And then I have my fish tank, which I buy RO water from the fish supplier, and then the Waterdrop. So firstly, the meter is zeroed, and I'll put it into the tap water, and you can see there is actually red. The number is 267 ppm, so that's pretty high. Just dry off the meter, and then test the second one, which is my aquatic water, which is pure RO, industrial size, set to 0. Now that is 1 ppm. That's pretty good, thanks to the supplier. And then just re-zero again, and finally the Waterdrop. So I'd expect that to be pretty low as well. may not be as low as the fish shop. Yeah, we've got a number of 9. So I'd say anything less than 20, ideally less than 10, is very good. So that's perfect for drinking water. So how long does it take to boil half a jug of water? So starting temperature, yes, roughly about 12 degrees. Put the lid on, select heat, boil, go. Okay, so time has started. So it's going up 29 degrees there, 30, so there we go, 2 minutes at 51 degrees. And then we're going up to 3 minutes, 75 degrees. Here we are at 4 minutes, 86 degrees Celsius. And then 95 degrees after 5 minutes. You can see it's relatively boiling. And 98 degrees after around 5.5 minutes. But the interesting thing here is that it continues. And it's carrying on, still 98 until roughly 7.5 minutes. So here we go, it's reached 100 degrees. So it's roughly 2 extra minutes after it reaches 98 degrees. So yeah, roughly 100 degrees. Okay, so what about noise? So just using my Apple Watch with the built-in decibel meter, starting up for a full jug of water. And you see it's around the 50 decibel level. Just moving to all the different sides, to the right side here where the pot is, around 50. Let's move back around to the front. The front's a little bit noisier, it's about 55, 56 there. And in terms of the top, yeah, around 50 degrees, 50 decibels. So yeah, comfortable, not excessive. So what about half a jug of water? How long does that take? So let's select half a jug, go, start the timer. Okay, so after 1 minute there, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes have passed, and yep, coming up to 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So 4:40 to fill half a jug of water. And well, you can see it's just over half on the jug measuring side there. Okay. So if I'm in a rush to make some baby formula, how long does it take to fill half a jug and to get to the 45 degrees preset temperature? Okay, so you press half jug, preset, and I don't want to keep it warm, so go. So after 1 minute, 2, you can see it's filling as normal, 3, and should reach about 4 minutes. Excuse me. So yes, we see at 4 minutes it's reached the level, and then it's starting to flush, and then it should start to heat up to get to 45 degrees. There we're at 39, 42, and at 45, close to around 6.5 minutes there. There we go. So everything's finished after about 6.5 minutes. So let's see how long it takes to fill and warm. So let's pick, for example, well, that's your preheat. So it goes up to 10 degree increments. You can't hold above 35 degrees, so I'm just going to set 35 degrees. So I'm going to keep warm at 35 degrees. So let's start. But oh, what do I need to change my mind? So I can just say switch from the large jug to a small jug. So I just pause and then click the large and switch to the small, press play, and there we go. Okay, so it's reached halfway, and it's reached 35. So yep, it works, and it'll stay on and it'll maintain 35 degrees, so you can keep it at that. So I'm going to use a pre-boil and then to maintain 85 degrees, which is coffee temperature. So they just select your preheat, going up to 85 degrees, and then you select the pre-boil. So it'll boil and then drop down to 85 degrees. So heating up, 62 degrees, 89 degrees, 95, starting to boil now, going to 98, you can see it's boiling, and it does reach 100 degrees, just like before. Okay, so now because it's reached 100, you'll just leave it to drop down to the 85 degrees and then maintain that temperature. So it's already started dropping, 99 now. So it's just cooling under normal ambient, so drop down to 95. Okay, and then drop down to 85 and then sustain this temperature. Okay, very quickly, half fill and then go to a coffee preset. Let's see how long that takes. I'll speed it up. And 85 degrees reached in 8 minutes 40. So just to summarize, the flush takes 25 minutes. To fill half the jug takes 4.5 minutes. To fill the full jug takes 7 minutes. To boil half a jug takes about 7.5 minutes. If you're making baby formula, for example, to get it to 45 degrees and to have a half jug, 6.5 minutes. The noise level is pretty low at 50 to 56 decibels, and you've got absolutely perfect quality water. My jug filter, that's definitely out the window, and it's pretty good. You can put it in a sort of office environment, home environment, where you don't have to have it close to a sink. The water compartment has a handle, so you can take it around. The water filter itself, how long that lasts, I've yet to find out, so I'll give you an update in a few months. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.